Oh boy. Hey, Burke.
Hi, John.
How you doing?
Fair to Midland.
Yeah, it's a crazy time. I'm all over the place. I signed
Oh, it's
myself
so
up for
busy.
yeah. I signed myself up for all the dotnet conf things, and now I'm like, why did I do all the things? So that's good.
I did the same. I overcommitted, and now I'm going to underdeliver in classic fashion.
Yeah, well, okay, fair. We
I'm going to do a lot
recognize
of
those.
things at a very mediocre level.
Yeah, that's what I'm at now. Yeah, I'm on the I'm signed up to kind of help run the keynote. I'm doing content selection, and then all of a sudden people are like, hey, we need this stuff for the website, and I realize I like helped build the .NET Conf website backend in the past, and they're like,
Now
we
you got
need
to
the
do it again.
data. So I was like, oh boy. Yeah, it's good though.
Um,
Okay, so I will flash the disclaimer. Live coding show. This is not a tutorial. This is the part of our week where we write code. We don't know what we're doing. This is great.
I feel like we should just start saying it isn't good, right?
Okay, yes, but we've made some pretty good progress. Like I'm pretty happy when I look at the code now.
Yeah, me
Um,
too. I mean, we're
yeah,
getting there.
moving forward.
I'm
Um,
just closing all these old windows.
all
And
right, all right. I will give my report while we're at it, which is I
yeah,
got no new code, but I spent some time. It's been bugging me that we don't have unit tests on the functions. I'm not a TDD like Zealot, but I do like to have some unit tests just so I don't break stuff. You know what I mean? So I write some like guardrail unit tests, and I say if this function executes with bad input, it should return a bad result or whatever. You know, like just this basics. And then I feel a little more comfortable with like banging out some code and not breaking everything.
right.
And as I did that, I pretty quickly realized, which anyone that does unit testing probably was screaming as I was writing the code to start with, but the functions are like big spaghetti code functions. They're not isolated. There's a lot of stuff all it's directly executing stuff against the Cosmos client, all that. So it's pretty hard to like mock and test it. So I'm gonna have to refactor a bit, but I think it'll be good. And Copilot's nice for writing some of the test stuff for me once I get it kind of in the ballpark. So yeah.
You know, I don't believe in testing. Somebody asked me the other day, they were like, can you add some unit tests? Oh, it was Leslie. She's like, we need to add unit tests. I was like, Leslie, you're going to have to do that because I don't even know how. Never written a unit test in my life,
I
let
you know
alone in.
I'm rudimentary level, but I like to do a test. I like just some quick tests, sanity checks. Like if I call a function with obviously terrible input, it should fail. And if I call a function with expected good input, it should pass. Like just you know what I mean? Just the
The bare
basics,
minimum.
the bare minimum. And then over time, if there's like a bug that keeps coming up or something I keep screwing up, write a test for that. And then I just find out a little faster. So I'm kind of
No,
like the lazy unit tester.
I agree with this, right? Like it's awesome if you can implement it, but in my experience, remember the old adage, like you can have it right, you can have it on time, or you can have it cheap.
Yeah.
Choose two, right?
Yeah.
And to me, if you throw unit tests in there, it takes another one out, right? So instead of choose two, it's choose one.
Okay. Yes. And you get to a point like with anything, like there's all the jokes about like automating something, right? You can, good programmer will spend 9 hours automating a 10-minute task or something. But like
Yeah.
there's a balance where if it's a 10-minute task you do every day, it pays off, right? And like for me, James and I did the thing for the live.net, like all the community stand-up stuff. And I wrote some unit tests for the APIs after I got like frustrated with things. And it made it faster for me to develop at a certain point. So I spent a little time writing the tests, and then I could like more quickly add features in, and I could like move things around, and I knew stuff wasn't going to like blow up. So it was faster than like write some code, run it, oops, I broke it, write some code, run it, oh, that doesn't work when I get these steps in, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's like
it's
diminishing
nice.
returns.
Yeah. But I have a theory, which is that if Copilot can write tests for me, then you know what I mean? Then it's like easy enough. Why not try it out? So
Even the skeptics I've heard on Copilot, which my friend, he actually works here, Ali, he's a bit of a skeptic, but he uses it to write unit tests, right?
there you
Like,
go. Because I feel
all
like
right.
that's unit tests are a bit more of like an automatable thing where it's like it's pretty like defined. Here's the inputs, here's the outputs, here's the code flow. You should be able to define a simple failing test for it or a simple, you know what I mean? So,
Yes,
I
agreed.
don't know.
All
So
right,
maybe
so let's
next
see
week I'll have
here.
on the show. Yeah.
I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah.
I'm doing, it's all me today.
Well, you do that, David. So I was using XUnit, I was using NSubstitute, and I was using I think fluent validations, but honestly, I got to a point where it was like my code was like so deeply coupled that I couldn't even get into writing a usable thing. So I'll kind of play with it as I go.
So first of all, be careful sharing screen audio if they will hear themselves. I'm sharing my audio because I was thinking I could play some tunes.
Oh yeah. Although if you play tunes, then you get us blocked on the YouTubes.
No. This is the stream beats. Oh, it's
okay. Stream Beats works. Stream Beats works.
Yeah. Hold on. It's so loud though, and I don't know how to fix it. There we go. Oh, the smooth sounds.
All right. You ready to share a screen?
Yeah. Throw me up there.
All right. Let's do this. Excited. Whoa. Inception.
Yeah, this is my, sorry. It's my Apple Music. Yo, I wanted to show you this. Look at this. I want to know if anybody in chat knows what this is. Very proud of it. This is me at the top. This is me. And I want to switch back to chat and see if chat knows what this is.
Free world. I don't know what. I kind of don't. It's an interesting question. Can Blazor replace Angular? I say absolutely not. They can do the same sorts of things, but I don't see. If you're good at Angular, keep doing Angular. You know what I mean? Pick the best tool you like.
Yeah, I think you'd pick whatever you feel most productive in or whatever is best for your team.
I think that you can build the same sorts of apps you can build with Angular. You can build those with Blazor. If you know CSharp, you're more productive. It's whatever. But
I don't think chat knows what this is.
I don't see a world where Angular goes away because everyone's writing Blazor. And that's not the goal, I don't think. All right. What are you doing today?
Oh. So first of all, these are my Overwatch scores. I had a great round.
I honestly don't know Overwatch. I don't know.
Do you play Overwatch?
I just have to limit lately I've been plunking around at Starfield. You know the Starfield thing?
I've heard, that's new, right?
It is. It's like you're a space explorer person. It's like what is it? It's like an RPG, but it's like an open world sort of thing. You can land on a planet, run around and explore stuff.
Are you a big time gamer?
I'm not really. I get sucked into the story-based games, so I played like all the way through The Witcher, and I played through some of the like the Assassin's Creed ones and stuff. I'm a bad gamer. I always get my butt whipped, and I have to like go and get all the stuff so that I'm way over powerful for you know what I mean. But I just like the stories. I get all sucked into the stories. Okay. Wait a sec. Where should I start if I'm a beginner at .NET? I guess hold that. I'm going to bring up on my screen. I'll bring up some nice little links, and I'll be able to share that in a second.
So today, let's talk about what we're doing today. So first of all, I went to the URL list to see, oh shoot, I got to do a different window, this window here, to see if login is working again, and it is.
Hey, wait. Oh, okay. All right.
It just stops and it starts and it stops.
It's so random.
Like, so that's good. Today, though, so to bring everybody up to where we were, we have this form that you get to, and of course, this is like some terrible validation, but we fixed this. So that's good. And then that takes you to this page. And currently, we have like this part, although the layout's not exactly correct. And we need to add this up here. We need to add these handles on the side. Then we can we can add this because all this does is remove the item from the list. It's not actually an API call.
Okay.
And we won't get into the drag and drop because it's like probably one of the last things we'll do because that's going to take some research on our end.
A dream scenario for me, I would love to get like Steve Sanderson on here and like, you know, to, like get him to, because he actually makes, I don't know if you've seen his demos, he makes some pretty beautiful designs.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does some really nice stuff.
You want him to, what is with this?
I know, right?
This must be part of the Google Doodle. Oh, you know what it is? It's, I bet you, hold on, let's check this out. You got to click on this, right? No, I can't click on it. Let me click on it. Let me just go to google.com. Bet you, yeah. So see the, what are those called? The accents over the characters, there's a name for that. The URLs can't handle that. Look at this. So we should actually put that. That's an issue. And add that to our board. Okay, so let's get started. See where we are. Are we running? We're running. Localhost 5000. All right, so we've got. All right, what is what we look like? Which is not. Why does it look so huge? I guess it's the same size. I feel like that's too big. It's 1920 by 1080, so I'll just put a 90% here. All right, so first of all, we need to figure out why we don't have proper spacing between these two things.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Let's get into our browser tools for that.
Somebody's asking, can we repeat a step? But I'm not sure what they want us to repeat. You just opened up the project. So.
Link header. Container. It's a form. It's wrapped now. I mean, we could always do like. Should work. Yeah. Maybe not enough. 6 maybe. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably just do that for the meantime. And I don't think because this is also on the main page, but that should be fine. So let's just let's see. Our page here today is edit, I believe.
How would you? But just okay. So that's a utility class. We're using Bulma. How would you compare, like Bulma versus like Tailwind?
Yeah. So Bulma is kind of like a mixture between Bootstrap and Tailwind. Okay. So it has classes that are like column for grids, things that encompass a bunch of different CSS properties into one class versus Tailwind, which is like a class for every single property that you would want to add.
Yeah.
However, Bulma has some of that. So like it has the margin. It also has flexbox. You can say like is flex, is is flex grow one, right? Is flex justify aligned content, right? Stuff like that. It's the best of both. Okay. And it's my favorite because it's very, very, very simple.
Okay. I like that.
All right. So what are we doing here? Where's that form? The form is in.
Is it an edit form or no? It's bundled inside the component, right?
Yeah, it's in the new link. It's here. So can we even put a class on this thing? Will this work?
Yeah, should be able to. I'm being hopeful.
This song is a jam.
Yeah?
Yeah, thumbs down now.
Question about
Why is it
bad to be stuck
what?
I like Bootstrap. What's that?
You see that behavior?
Is it flashing?
Yeah.
Okay, ship it. What the? That's
so
not
janky.
great.
No. Why is that happening? Because the component gets rendered in and then it applies the class?
I don't know. I'm hoping we got some. Hopefully, maybe Blazor Mr. Magoo knows. I don't know.
That's
Okay,
so wacky.
so what about? Does it need to be a norm, or could you put it on the wrap element around the form?
Let's see how it's done here in the real world. So columns is mobile, and then this div, where's the space? ID link header. Maybe that's all we need to do.
Oh, let's give it the ID.
ID link header. Yeah, because ID link header has a margin top.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should just be able to copy. Can't you copy a style just like directly out of?
You kind of can. Yeah, you go
to copy rule.
Yeah.
So maybe if we just give this thing an ID. Actually, let's do it in the page.
All right.
New link. Can we do it here? Does this work?
It should. I'm always like 78% sure. But it also does wrap the. Oh. You've already got an ID link header inside of right below there. Breaking some rules. See, look at line 7 and line 8.
Oh, yeah. You're right. So in this case, what am I doing? Hold on. I'm confused. So that is the link header. Okay, so it's already there. Column, link header, do. This is all correct. So in this case, I wonder then, there's just no class. We need there's no CSS. We need an edit.razor.css.
Stream Elements is freaking out on us. It keeps on saying Stream Elements bot running like every 10 seconds. It's pretty rad.
On Stream Elements bot, stop that. Confirmation buttons. Look at that. They copied in the scoping. We don't need that.
Nice.
Out of here. Still not great with Windows keyboard shortcuts. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm learning, y'all. Don, I made this video on TikTok and YouTube Shorts about how Windows was a premium developer experience. I didn't say it was the best.
Just
the best.
A premium.
A premium. And people got sideways, either in favor of or vehemently against. Really, just a chat. Bear with me while I give you the argument. Okay, and I'm coming from a Mac, so here are the things that I like. I like the fact that window management is like built in, right? Like this is nuts. Now you can add this.
Okay, go back. Window management built in is super nice.
Awesome, right? This is just incredible to me. Now you can get this on a Mac, but you have to add it, which just seems ridiculous to me.
That was my experience on Mac. Is like Mac has a lot of nice stuff built in that's really shiny, and then everything else that you're like, well, it doesn't do this. It's like, oh, you need to get, you
have
this
to add
little thing, and it costs like $8, and then you need this other thing, and it's like, you know what I mean? It's a bunch of like you can cobble together all these like beautiful bespoke little things, but it's nice to just have this built in. I agree.
It is, and that's kind of weird because usually with Apple everything's built in, and with Windows you have to cobble everything together.
Yeah, they finally did. Also, I mean, you're using Power Toys, right?
Well, hold on, I'll get there. So the other thing I like about this is that when you do this, it shows up as a tab group, right? So you can get to it. And then one of the killer features, and I don't know if this is just an Edge feature, chat, you can tell me if this works in Chrome or is Firefox still a browser?
Firefox is still a thing, yeah.
Okay. When you alt tab, it breaks your frequent tabs out into different windows. So even if you're moving within the same browser, like that's awesome to me. I love that.
Yeah. I get confused with that on Mac when I have multiple windows of the same application. Navigating between those is like this weird keyboard command and stuff,
Well, you have to go to the browser window and then you have to look for the tab, and it's just like, it's a pain. Here's the other thing I like. The Windows terminal is crazy fast. Like if you compare this to the terminal on OS 10, Mac OS, it's just way faster. Y'all, I'm not shilling. I'm just pointing out the things that I see that are different, okay? It's just fast, and it's super customizable, and it's built by Microsoft, which I like because you can find terminals like this for Mac, but they're add-ons.
Like iTerm.
Hyper's one that I like a lot.
Yeah.
For the Power Toys, I do have that, and I like, for instance, I like the color picker because it's very simple, right? And then this thing right here gives you exactly what you want. Like as a developer, I need hex, RGB, HSL. I don't need to see anything else. I don't need to see a color wheel, right? I don't need to see the little blocks that allow you to. So that's nice. Here's one that's really crazy: is your mouse, right, and then the double click of the control.
I love that. I use that all the time.
What a feature!
Yeah.
So Mac OS has a similar feature, but you wiggle the mouse like this, and it makes the pointer real big. But I actually prefer this because you can see it much easier. Oh, and then I think I liked that Visual Studio Code is in the App Store, right? Like it's just there.
That's so funny. I used to work with the VS Mac team, and I was like, "Can we get in the App Store?" And they're like, "No, I'm not really sure how it would work." And
it's crazy. Yeah. Oh, and then the last one was like the creme de la creme is that you can have Windows and Linux on the same machine.
That is nice.
That's just nuts, right? You can develop for multiple platforms from the same box. Like, come on.
There's some other neat things in that Power Toys. They added a text extractor.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Somebody sent me some screenshots recently, and it was like I just, rather than like, please send me the text, I just did the text extractor thing, and it like worked pretty well, you know?
It's very nice.
Oh,
look at all this
I
stuff.
actually even used it one time. I needed the subscription number for Azure when we were working on at the very beginning. And I went to YouTube, and because it was like late at night or whatever, I went to YouTube, blew the screen up, and did the text extractor, and it copied it for me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's super nice.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff though, I wish it was built in. Like Peak is built into Mac OS, right? Where you just a space bar, and I use that constantly. And then some of the other stuff here, it's like registry preview. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Nothing about no registries.
It's kind of like
Chat, that's my spiel on why, as someone who uses Mac OS, I really appreciate some of the things Windows has done for devs. Okay. What we're doing?
We're fixing the margin on the link header.
I'm a mess.
Burke, you are supposed to finish the edit form today.
I know, I'm distracted. Last night we went to dinner with some friends, and we're sitting. Oh no, that's the wrong window. We're sitting in there eating, and it's kind of like an open air place, and you can see outside the parking lot, and I can see my car. And at some point, like 15 minutes into dinner, I look at the car, and I'm like, "Is the car running?" The car is running because I had parked and gotten out and just left the car running. And nobody said a word. There's 4 of us.
All right.
It's not good.
That's so you can make a quick get. That's if you want to dine and dash. You need your car running so you can get in that car quick. Yeah.
That's a quick getaway.
Yes.
I've never done a dine and dash, y'all.
Ever.
Not once in my life. Not even as a teenager. I have scruples. I don't. Just afraid. Okay, here. We're done. So we've got the spacing right. Now, look, like I love the components and reuse. That's amazing. So now we need to add these little things on the side. I don't know what's called those. Call them accoutrements. Glyphs.
I was told those were, that's what Paul said earlier.
I feel like they should already be in there. So we have. Here's our whoa.
Not in that state.
Bundle link item.
See here, you got to change out that VF.
Not so much more relaxed. So here's the link image. Here's the super complicated. Where is that thing? Card link. There's the link. FA grip vertical. So, oh, here's the thing.
It's not editable.
No. So we'd have to pass in and say whether or not it's editable or not.
Editable. Yeah.
And you had said we should make these two different forms, and I had said it's the same form. The only difference is that if it's not editable, we just put an overlay over the whole thing, so you can't click on these different boxes. What does chat think?
I have some small concerns on that. Like, is that still accessible? Does that get in the way of, like, you know what I mean? Like screen readers.
You know why it would be less accessible? I don't think the overlay obscures any of the text. So we'd have to test that with a screen reader.
Yeah.
Chat, tell us why we shouldn't do this. So just to reiterate, this form or each of these boxes is completely editable. Well, these things are. And these things are visible if it's editable. When would it not be editable, you ask? Great question. If you are looking at somebody else's public list. Right, build 2019 is not on there. Yeah, it is. Where am I? What? Build resources 2019 is going. Hold on. No, yeah. Oh, it's all one word. So then, well, because they're mine. But if we were at public, let's see. See, then it's not editable.
So
the things are gone.
So my thought on this, though, is it's not very hard. You've already got CSS classes for this that are reusable. It's not very hard to just make a component that's an edit component and one that's a display component. And they share the same CSS.
Fair, but then you're going to have all this markup all over again.
It's not that much markup, though, especially if, like, some of those image things, like, could be in classes. But I don't know. I mean, either way can work. But
let's leave it for now until we run into a compelling. But does that work?
Yeah. So Paul's question here is: so we are converting from Vue to Blazor? That's correct. So there's a bunch of Vue markup, and we're switching it over to Blazor.
So we need to pass. Are we passing editable to this thing? Let's see here. Our edit page. We are not. So if we pass. Yeah. Work.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of. I mean, Victor agrees with me, and Victor's been right a lot, Burke.
What do you say?
He says two components would be nice, separating the concerns. I think you're going to we'll hit a spot where there's all these flags and all these. Now we're in this mode. Now we're in this mode. You've got to, like, do all these different things. I don't have a strong preference. I'm just saying if I was doing it from scratch, I would do two separate components.
Well, should we move it? Should we create a new component? The new component would be bundle item and then bundle item editable.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to, if you either works. So I just kind of feel like when you're kind of doing something too creative, it's kind of like you're rolling uphill a bit, you know?
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's like, don't be too fancy because then nobody can figure out what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Sorry.
Dog agrees too.
The dog. You know, I had this thought, like, why is it that dogs just bark every single time someone comes by the house, right? Like, what's the payoff?
Yeah.
And then it occurred to me that the payoff is that the person goes away.
Oh, okay.
So they just keep doing it, and they think they're the reason the person goes away.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, that makes sense. They're like, I am 300 for 300 on scaring
Right. I
dangerous
protected
intruders.
you yet again. You're welcome. So in this case, instead of passing editable, we have so much logic to change here. So we're gonna grab.
but like you get to rip a bunch out, right?
Yeah, we're about to find out. So let's come over here and paste all of this in. And
Oh, are you in like a branch or something?
No.
Because when we find out, I made a really bad suggestion.
We gotta stash all this stuff. Man, last time we stashed, everything went sideways.
It did.
Stash it. Please don't hurt us. And then we need to look at what's there 14 changes. What did you do?
Oh no, do you not have latest from the server? There was a bunch of API changes from this.
Yeah, I got it. I think it's okay. Now let's pop the stash.
There's a lot of discussion going on about the dogs. Dogs feel good when they bark, and then Victor, it's true. I mean, who's to say? Maybe they are scaring people.
They're not. They're just annoying everyone. How can we communicate this to the dogs like dogs?
I think just like in life, you know, like they need a star rating, maybe, you know, like Uber drivers.
Rate the dogs. There's a Twitter account called We Rate Dogs.
That's true. That's true. But the problem is dogs don't receive the feedback, so they don't know. Right?
Well, they do receive feedback, right? I'm like, stop, shut up, please. They don't, and they don't internalize that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think how I could communicate back. I don't know. I'll ask ChatGPT later. All right, so here we've popped the stash. We need a branch, which I think we can just. Can we? If I stage these, can I then branch here, or do I have to get rid of my stage changes? Let's see. Oh, okay. So now, John, it's okay.
Okay.
Crisis averted. So here's our editable item, and now we don't need a lot of this logic, right? So
that's what I'm saying, right?
So boom, out. Are gonna need to copy over a ton of CSS though. Look at this.
I mean, yeah, but.
Could we make a component that inherits from a component?
Yes.
And then apply the CSS to the parent component?
Yes. I think so, but I don't know, honestly.
Victor.
I see what you're saying, having the like isolated CSS and then it trickles down.
Yes, exactly. Right? So if we have one component.
Why don't we do a quick test?
What do we do?
Create like parent component and then create child component and then create parent component .razor.css and child component and like just throw some crazy. Yeah.
But we could just do parent component Blazor
.razor.
And then let's do Razor. Dang it.
Yeah. So I know it's confusing, right? Or you could just rename. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it here.
Yeah.
No. Friedman, shouldn't you be in school? Does that mean you don't have to go to school on homecoming? Sounds made up. I think I'm being scammed. All right.
My kid has to go to school and it's their homecoming.
Yeah, John's kid has to go to school. What
I mean, I don't want to sell them out, but.
Okay. It's too late. You already did.
Okay, wait. So you made parent component and you made parent component.css. And
right. Now we want to put this stuff over here.
Yeah, I was even thinking you could start simple and just make it color red and color blue or something.
And then here we want to put the Blazor item editable.
Well, I think you want the parent. I don't think you want to be editable. Do you?
Well, no, we're just seeing if it'll inherit the style for it.
Oh, okay.
So here we're putting, it's almost like we need a slot where we can say parent bundle item style, and then inside of that bundle item or bundle item editable. We need to pass a component to a component.
You need a component to inherit from another component.
Right. Let's see here.
Yeah. I would say Blazor component.
But the thing is, like, right, so then any child components automatically get them. So actually the easier way to do this, John, there's a really easy way to do this.
All right.
Right. We just take all this and we put it here. Except we're going to be using it in multiple pages, so that does not exist. All right, so
Blazor that makes sense. I believe what it's telling us. Yeah, so you already have parent component.razor.css.
Yes, but we need, the problem is we don't always have the same child component. I need to be able to swap, but I guess that doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't matter. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the uptake. All right, so here's our item, and now we got the parent component. So let's go back to our edit page and try this. So instead of bundle item, we want parent component that's inside. Right?
I think so. Yeah.
Not going to pass this.
I was having, so you're using it as a wrapper, which totally works. I was thinking more of a, just having one parent that's like or is like a generic edit component, and then you have two that inherit from it. One is the edit and one is the non-edit. But
how do you inherit from another component?
I'm not sure. This is getting more complicated than I.
These are the hard Blazor. Let's see.
Yeah.
How can I inherit a Blazor component in another Blazor? We could do things the easy way, or we could do them the hard way. So look at this. Thumbs down. That is a programming question. You are a programmer. As a programmer, how can I inherit one Blazor component from another? Yes. All right. They're not typically, but you can inherit space component. So we can make a base component and then inherit it, right?
That's what I was thinking, right? So you have your base component that has your main things. And
Roger that. Okay, so it's out of here. Control Z back to freedom. Parent component. No. What even is this? We need to go over to bundle item, and we need to inherit it here, right? No, that's the CSS. Inherits. Almost.
I'm actually
works.
I don't know.
Commenting out the styles.
This is semi crazy.
It's for all the marbles. Let's just make sure we didn't make a rude edit.
We made a rude edit.
Doesn't like this. The name link, the name editable. It doesn't like this file. Like we got to deal with this, and I just can't right now. So hold on. How do we fix this? I'll show you.
Yeah, Gregory's right here too. There is this render fragment thing. I'm hoping we don't have to mess with that. That's a little more complicated.
Yeah, it's like what they call slots in view, which I typically avoid, but we could. So let's see here.
Looks good. Ship it.
It did not inherit the styles.
Okay, wait. Why did it not?
I don't know. Why didn't it inherit the styles too? We maybe need to just restart this. I feel like it should have. Are not automatically inherited by child. Import. Oh, we have to import it
into the child CSS.
Can't we just import any CSS file then?
Yeah.
Like we don't need a parent component. We just need a.
Yeah.
But then we have CSS and we have CSS here anyway. So let's do shared bundle item.css. We are going to need this. Is there chat? Is there a clipboard history, a thing for Windows?
Yes, I know this one. Called? Window V.
Window V?
You don't need to install anything. It's built in.
No way.
Just hold down, like in your screen right there, hold down Window and type V. Turn it on.
It's built into Windows?
It's built in. And here's the other stuff is it also has a GIF picker and a emoji picker and all the glyphs and all that.
Man, I could have put that in my video.
This is a nice one. That's actually been in there for a bit, and it's like like it's got a pretty good history. It includes images and stuff too.
Why do I? Oh, so like if I have images on my clipboard.
Yeah, so if you do like a screenshot, it automatically goes in there.
No shot.
Yeah,
that's incredible. I love
use that constantly.
Yeah, no kidding. Chat, did y'all know about that? Am I the only one who didn't know? Did you know that if you do Windows key period, you get the emoji picker?
Yeah. Well, so that's the same thing, right? It's in there. Yeah.
Okay. So we've been on a tangent. That's fine.
I know. I didn't mean to go that nutty. I was just thinking create two components and duplicate the stuff. And
no, this is the value that we provide to.
Hey, look, a bunch of people learning this stuff. Wow. Okay, I provided some value.
Is it new to y'all, chat? Was it new to you too? I'm jumping over. Always learning. Yeah, did not know that. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Woo! There's a lot of cool, and about they keep making updates on the screenshot if you do Window S.
Yes. Well, I just use the print screen button, but what I would like here, feature request, is I need a video one. I need to be able to record a short video.
So I think that's actually, there's some newer stuff. If you hit, instead of print screen, if you hit Window S, I think something different comes up. No, you got to hold down Window and tap S.
I did. Search. It's went search.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh. What am I doing? I don't know. It's, what am I thinking? It's not S. Windows Shift S. Yeah, thanks, Paul.
It's the same thing.
Okay, yeah, so Victor's right. There's a few different things. You can do game bar, so you do Windows G.
No,
That's old.
I know about that, right? Like, get your
it's
Xbox.
A little weird though, right? It's
no, look at this. Look, Victor.
It's not showing it on our screen, by the way. It doesn't come across. It's an overlay, so.
And we had to see my kids.
No, it didn't show here.
Oh, did it not?
No. If I do Windows Shift S, there is.
How do I get rid of it now? It's stuck out here. I got like 6,000 windows.
I don't see it.
Settings. How do I close it?
Oh, you know what? If I go snipping tool. Okay, this is a whack thing. This is not. Okay, just because we're on tangents today. Okay, hit Windows and type snipping.
Hold on, I'm still trying to figure out how to get rid of the. Oh, it's gone. Okay.
Okay.
Snipping tool.
Okay. Yeah. Now there's record.
Then why is this not what I get when I press Control?
So this is whack. There's two different screenshot tools that are like battling it out. I bet they're two teams that have never met, or they like fight each other at lunchtime or something.
It's like the entity framework and the link to SQL teams.
Right. Yeah. So.
Oh man, that's awesome! Incredible, incredible edible. Okay.
Okay. Where were we? We were doing something with CSS.
Bundle item. We're a bundle item, and we're gonna pull up the keyboard, and we're gonna paste in this, but not this. We're gonna paste in Blazor bundle item.css. Now, sorry, y'all.
Oh, before I forget, just because this randomly popped in my head, I might get pulled into a meeting next week with some Azure Functions folks. I know we had some like thoughts as we were going, like, I wish it worked like this or that. It's not happening.
Oh, we had for the Azure Functions, like feedback stuff?
Yeah, so if you have, I mean, I had most of the things as I was running into it. I've got like a small list, but if you think anything, or in chat, if people are like, I wish chat or Azure Functions did something different, let me know.
Oh yeah, that's a good time.
Be able to give some direct feedback there.
You're gonna berate Matt Hernandez?
Henderson, I think. Matt Henderson or something. Yeah.
Oh, is Matt Henderson still over there?
Yeah, I think so. Matt Henderson.
He's a good chap. You can be nice to. You can be nice to Matt. All right.
I love functions. I just there's like a few things where it's like I wish it was just a little bit more like. Okay, did you stop and?
Global stop. It says we can't.
Oh my gosh! Look at that top line up there. They don't support import rule.
So we can't do that. If you want to share styles between components, you have a global style, you can create a class library and reference it in your project.
We're going down like a tangent to me. You know what? I really feel like just duplicate some CSS between the two components for now, and then kind of simplify later.
Okay. This
it's
should
not that
just
much.
work. That's my feedback. That should work.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. All right, let's just do this. Like, let's put it in the
bunch.
Just put it here.
All right. Well, you know, I mean, there's some. Why isn't it in there?
I mean, why not?
Yeah, right. I mean, that's what the app does, is handle this stuff. Oh.
Not in here. Okay. I think it's the easy way. Save. Not bad. So now this should work just fine.
Yeah.
It died. Oh, that's right. I killed it. My bad.
I'm enjoying the chill hop for our day.
Oh, it makes it so much easier. All right. Yes, I know it doesn't look. I did all this stuff. Oh, I didn't do any of this. No. We should stop going to Google and it's not working.
No,
come on, man. Why not? Had this solved. This whole thing was working. Now it's not working.
Okay, so why it not work?
I think maybe caching is turned on here. Let's see. Maybe my guess. Oh,
It worked. Okay. Okay.
All right. So going back.
Yeah. So Victor's saying there's stuff in the docs about like sharing components and stuff, but I kind of feel like this is simple enough. Like,
well, and the good news is we can kill this.
okay.
And we can kill this.
Yeah. It's a neat experiment.
Fire. Need to tell it to stop asking me. Not ask me again. Get it out of my face. All right.
Yeah. YOLO.
So we don't need any of this anymore. So if editable, it is
It's
not
always
editable. It's always editable. So we can just kill this. We don't need this logic anymore. And then here, this we do need. Basically, whoa, no. What this does, chat, is it basically says like if the URL has an image associated with it, which we haven't got that, the server will return that, then we show that. But a lot of times websites don't, and so we need a placeholder image. Okay, so we're gonna have to add link here at some point, link title. This is all correct. This is all correct.
There's some editable stuff there.
So if not editable,
so you can delete that chunk.
We don't need this. And we don't need this. Basically, we just need everything. Yes. And then we need, and just to remind myself,
yeah,
this is all here. We just need this. Bam.
Okay.
What? Namespace link. Fix it. Fix it, Felix. I don't think I want it to be that. Blazor app. No, it's.
You can
Blazor
say.
App? Is that what we call it?
You want using it.
I just want to import. That's not. Come on.
So at the top, yeah, using.
Now
it should have fixed that for you.
Parent component. Where am I using parent component? Parent component is like
you still have a reference to it somewhere.
Bundle item dot razor. I do. All right. Baller.
Okay.
Okay, except for this needs to be an editable item. These items only show up on the public facing. So now we have the actual hard part, which is if it's it's always. Wait, we just did the editable one, didn't we? We did not do. Let's also. I don't like this. We did not do the regular.
The just display version. Yeah.
So, but in the edit page, we can change this to.
Always be editing.
Bundle item editable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. So now in the bundle item itself,
we can get rid of.
It's not going to be editable.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of, so we're not going to have the drag handles here.
Just delete that whole block, right?
The whole thing comes out. And this stays. And the link details, this stays. But here, instead of an input, we don't actually need an input. We just need
right? Or a span. Yeah, probably.
That should work. We don't need any of this anymore. And P's don't have values. I don't know if it should be P or span. Chat. I think I would opt to use a span here.
So span, I think, is inline. So if you want multiple things, I think a P is one block of text that's going to wrap and stuff.
Yeah, it's block. You're right.
So you just want to surround that in the P. Yeah.
Syntax is a little different here, right? It's like this, or was it with brackets?
That should be good.
It's like that? Okay. And then the same thing here. We don't need a text area.
Mm-hmm. Again, I think a P will work.
The sizing is going to be off, but let's find out.
We'll find out.
I feel like there's a command to change this to a different tag. But it is. Oh, there's a. Hold on. Let's just do this.
I'm still excited when we do the thing.
Update tag. Editing controls will be edited as linked editing. Okay, so in this case, watch this chat. Watch this. So now, like if you were going to change this P to a span, it updates both the open and the closed tags.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
Beautiful. Okay.
That's not on by default?
Either it is or I turned it off.
Okay.
All right. Now to test this, go to.
What was that setting called?
It's called.
I need to make that change.
It's called update. No, linked editing.
Okay, linked editing.
Which, by the way, what's really cool about this is that this is actually using Copilot. So if you'll notice, tag is in here, but update is not. Well, update it is, but it would be like you don't need to know what you're looking for, is what I'm saying. Copilot.
Wait, how'd you bring that up?
What, the settings?
Yeah, what's a quick way to bring up settings?
Control comma.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Okay, so let's test this out.
Linked. Yeah, it was off by default. Turning it on.
Oh.
My life is improving.
Valid URL. There we go. Okay, so is it working? It works. Look at this. Except for
that's all good.
Remember
okay.
Them all being this color. They are that color. We are missing. Nope, that's right. Right? It's the same. Oh, there's a space between. That's what it is. See how there's like a space there? No, there's a space there. It looks good. It's fine. Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
We're out of here. So we've solved this problem. So now.
So there's some things. There's a delete button. And then there's
a delete button. Delete button should not be showing on the edit page, though. Should it?
On the edit, it should. Yeah.
That's leftover code. Okay, so what we want the delete button to do is basically remove all of the items. Well, if you click delete the list.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I was thinking the delete on the individual items. Yeah, you can delete the
let's
whole
handle
list.
that first.
Yeah.
So
unbundle item editable. Yeah.
Where is that delete? It's on the edge. Here it is. On click prevent. So first of all, We need to do this. Move item. Because it's removing the item from the list. Delete, remove. I don't know.
Delete link.
Delete link.
I think you can get rid of that click prevent then, right? Oh, that's what you called it before, is delete link.
We do need the click prevent though, because otherwise it's gonna a better solution here would be to use a button, I think. Because a button doesn't have an action that we have to prevent.
100%.
But I don't know if you can put all this garbage inside of a button. I don't know that this will display correctly. Let's find out. So
I think you can. I've seen all these discussions lately on the Twitters. I try to stay off, but people are like, just use a button.
Buttons are styled differently, right? I think I probably did that to get around the button styling without having to mess with it. We'll see. Yeah. So here we need a method. Delete the link. And we're going to need our state container. Okay. So here's a question. If we're using a state container, should we always I guess we should always just use it wherever we're going to use it, right? We shouldn't pass it down as a prop.
I kind of agree that you can just directly work. It feels like you can work directly against the state container.
Because my concern is that if we do that, it won't actually update parent component. I think the parent and the child are both binding against that state container. They are, but removing an item from a list does not trigger a change event because you're not setting it. And so this is what I was telling you before, where if you add an item to a list or you remove an item from a list in like a parent component that has no connection to the child in terms of passing props down, the child will not re-render because it doesn't know that anything has changed.
Yeah.
Well, let's try it and see what happens.
Yeah, okay. So you were telling me about this because you've been working on it for that other project.
Yes. And it took me a very long time to figure that out.
Going way, way back, has Burke learned Blazor? I think we can say Burke has learned quite a bit of Blazor.
I mean, look at me go. Found reference to public code. I don't care.
I would love to see the Burke talk. I learned some Blazor. Here's the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, you know.
So here's another question, chat. Do we call delete? There's sort of two ways we can do this. One of them is we can look at the state container and we can say link bundle, right? And then we can get the link from the link bundle. Something like this. Or we can add a delete method to the state container, which does this exact same thing.
I think people are going to say you should have a delete method on the state container so that it can kind of handle its state, and so that it can, if it needs to publish an event or whatever, it can do that. Or it can deny removing based on certain things or whatever.
So this should be in the state container?
I think so.
Need to pass the link here. It's giving delete link. And that means we need this like goofy syntax, right? Something like this.
So, yeah, I think also there's a way where an event has access to who called it. And you can basically say, like, you know what I mean? But, yeah. Okay, wait a second. Why is there a parameter link above? Now we've got two links.
Because that's getting passed in.
I think we should change the name of the link that's being passed in. Like call it new link or something like that, you know?
Why?
Because which is which? What does it do? Like, When I see line 64, I'm like, what is this?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
a
that's
new
fair.
one. Yeah.
So
And
then
then you
need to refactor. Sorry, we shouldn't do it this way. We should say rename is
yeah.
F2. And that should update all the references. Let's double check. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So
I mean,
delete
I
link
may be
from
wrong
bundle.
here.
Delete link from bundle. I like to be specific, or am I being too specific?
Okay, but now that line there,
yeah.
it's passing a new link, but I don't think that's right, is it?
Yes, because remember, this is a specific item. And so we're passing in the link to the item. The item just displays the link. Okay. And then we're saying, okay, now though, I don't want this anymore. We need to remove this whole link from the link bundle, which is in the parent, which is in the state container.
Okay. So this is for the case of if I've got multiple items in a page, they're all going to be, there's going to be a bunch of these components and they all have a link.
Affirmative.
Okay. So maybe I was dumb then. I was thinking that new link above was something different. I thought that this component had multiple links, but it doesn't. And each one has one. Yeah, take all that. That's beautiful.
And then we can do this. This notify state change to solve the problem.
Seems good.
Does exist. State container does not contain a definition. Well, you're lying. First of all.
So this is interesting. Christopher's saying in React and Angular, sometimes I make copies of entities, make edits to the list, and then reset them again instead of directly editing.
Yes, and you do have to do that in React. I don't think you have to do it in Blazor, though.
I don't think we'll have to here, hopefully.
But to his point, if we reset the list, it will trigger the change.
Which is good if you're like making significant amount of changes instead of like remove, add, change this, just blow it out.
Well, in React, you literally have to do that to get an update. There's no other way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But here we don't have to. We can like in React, if you mutate the list, the UI won't update. Period.
Yeah. Hey, question on the state change notification. Gregory is saying state has changed, which is what I would think normally to call.
But why?
Which one do you have on state container? So the state has changed, I think, is something that kind of wraps that up.
We could call if we had a parent component and we wanted to update the child components, we could call state has changed there. But if it's in a state container, I don't think we need to do that.
Okay.
Right?
Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
I'm honestly kind of fuzzy on when to call state has changed.
Same. Okay. Yeah, look, it's funky. It doesn't work. It's funky and it doesn't work. Why not? Doing anything? I think my syntax is wrong here. Hold on. I think this is right. Change to the icon. That's what I was doing. Didn't change anything. Is this syntax all right? This is right, right?
I think so.
This never gets old.
Yeah. But you can debug it too.
No, but then I got to attach the debugger, and I don't want to do that. See, that is working, but this is not working.
So what if you call state has changed underneath state container dot delete link blah blah blah? Because in
that case we need to do it's the
oh yeah, uninitialize async.
Yeah, that's right. And then here we need to do right? No. One sec. I have this.
Yeah, okay.
I've been fighting with this over the project.
Okay. This is good to hear. This is informative.
State container dot. It's backwards. It's like it's
okay.
it's.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, it's messed us up a little bit here. It's like. Okay. We got one extra in these. So, what is wrong here? It lacks. So in this case, we can call uninitialized.
You don't need uninitialize async.
Yeah, you don't. You just need override void, I think.
Yeah.
Uninitialized. Yeah. Okay. But I think we still got to call
time has
it.
been flying by. It's almost 10:45 or whatever 45 for you. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was thinking.
What if we have to do this? What is the point of this?
So that's what I was thinking. Normally you call that, and I don't know. Yeah, it would be great to get a. Okay, there you go. 1:45 a.m. in the Philippines. Nice.
Yeah, let's go. So, who was it that suggested that we create a new list?
That was Christopher. I don't know though. Do we really need to do? I'm not against it. That seems overkill though, because this is inside the. Oh.
Right, but we're just trying to get the freaking thing to update. I don't get it. We're calling notify state changed. All right, well, let's just try.
Well, are we binding to that thing in the page? What do you expect it to do when you remove it?
Disappear.
Okay, so let's trace that through. Let's go to the page. Let's see. Does the edit page have a bind? It does, and it iterates through.
I think a better way to handle this would be to say, and do it here.
From there, guess. That's actually where I was thinking it was happening before. Because then the binding happens immediately, right?
Yes, it should. We shouldn't have to do any of this stuff. State container dot. Yeah, well, actually, but we still want to call.
Yeah. But then each individual thing isn't trying to handle passing events and updating state.
What's wrong? oh, this doesn't exist on, and it's,
Then you can get rid of all that stuff from the individual ones.
see if I can pick it up. Oh, it's an event. It's an event handler. Kind of, no. Hold on, I don't remember the syntax here.
Oh yeah. But then we can also remove the other event from the individual component.
Yeah. Yes. Just got to figure out event callback. My bad.
I like you've got a weather forecast function in there, though.
I keep that sucker in there, man. It's like
we had a big team meeting recently, and they were talking about features for .NET 9. I said we need AI-driven weather forecast.
I'm paying homage to the scaffold.
Okay. So yeah, this is something I need to learn. Status change method is automatically called after a UI event is triggered, such as clicking an event or clicking a button.
But it wasn't.
I think because we were having the child component tell the parent, but the child, I don't think it's going to remove the child component that's saying my state has changed, but then that removes the child. It's like weird.
No. We weren't telling. We were doing it from the child component. We were basically saying, hey, remove this link, and the UI wasn't updated.
But it's weird because, okay, now you can remove all this, right? That delete link goes away from the bundle item editable.
I don't think we can call a method with a parameter directly like this. See, I can't call, let's see, can I call on delete link? Yeah, we can't, right? So what we have to do instead is, and again, this like seems redundant to me, but it's like handle.
Wait, I'm confused. Go back. If we go back up a level to edit Razor, that already has the delete. Oh,
right.
So this is already deleting the item. I don't think you need anything in the item itself to know about deleting itself.
We do, though, because we have to call this when the button is clicked from this item.
Why not have that outside of the item?
But the UI element is in the item.
Oh, okay.
Right? Delete.
Yeah.
The delete button is in here. So we need the delete button here.
It needs to be able to call up to the parent.
Call up. And we cannot call this event callback directly in line like this. Chat, why can't I do this?
Victor's blowing my mind with I-equatable. I don't even know what that's some quantum craziness there. Okay, okay, so it doesn't work to have. Yeah, so this is what I'm trying to say, and very poorly. Can't the parent be told to remove the child? So the child
that's what I'm about to do.
Okay. So the child says, I am being deleted. And then the parent says, goodbye.
Yes. But I need to call it.
So
pass the item to delete.
Can we ask
But
Mr.
I can't
Copilot?
call that event callback directly. I have to call this method, which can then call the callback.
Is that it?
And that's
event callback. That's what Gregory's saying. It's the event callback, but the event callback should be in the parent.
No, the child specifies the event callback. Okay, because we're passing in this right here. This is what it's just like it's a parameter. It's what got passed in. And then we need to call it. And when we call it, this will fire on the parent. but I can't. But my problem is, what I'm asking Chad is, I can't call it directly from the markup. I have to have an additional step, and that is annoying to me. Why do I have to do that?
Oh. Okay, here Gregory's dropping more wisdom here. I don't know what that means. I'm the API guy, man.
All right, this will work. Okay, now this should work, which I don't. We don't need this.
Okay. It's seeming a lot better to me.
Okay, let's see here. That's working.
Okay. Bouncing us all over the screen.
Okay, and then clicking it, and it deletes.
Yes.
It.
Okay. It's always got to be a victory within 5 minutes of the end of the stream.
But Chad, I don't. Why do I need a method to call a method? This is the silliest thing to me. Help me understand. Could I do this? Could I do? That all I have to do? Am I making life harder than it is? Oh my gosh.
Oh. It seems a little strange.
Okay. I'm feeling better. Now, John, though, we just have to fix one more thing, and that is that this button is just, I hate it so much.
The styling on it.
Yeah, the styling is just killing me. So I need to get rid of the border in the background.
So I wonder if Copilot can help us with that CSS.
Yes, let's ask it here.
I'm standing by to be blown away.
Next. No way. No way that works. Now it's underlined.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. Do you want to do that, or is there a Bulma thing, do you think?
Like, why can't we just do this? Can I just make it a span and then I don't have to do any of this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, the latest thing I'm always hearing is like, use the elements because they're better, like screen read and all that accessibility and tab stops and
but if that's true, then why does a span have a click event? What's the point if you can't use it?
Because you can put events on. It's true. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so this styling is how you want it to look now, right?
Yes. Okay. Well, we need to add the mouse needs to be correct. The mouse needs to be a little hand. So
I mean, then you start getting into the things, right, where a button would work with that.
Yeah, but we can style this easily. Look, How do I make the mouse is it pointer? Is the hand? I think it's pointer.
There's some people are discussing too your call to that method to the event. There's some
Why? What's wrong?
Well, I'm not sure. Okay, so wrap. There's two things, and I'm not sure which. Okay, so one. So there's that. Oh no, divs all around. That's not good.
It's clickable.
It's clickable.
Right. And so now the working. Okay. Now, what is the chat? Chat's got problems with me. What are their problems?
Well, no, I mean, just so I'm not sure, honestly. I'm like, my brain's not connecting with this, but there's some thoughts on how
Async await. Param goes here. Why, Kirk? I'm not opposed, but tell me why.
Yeah, I don't really know what. And then here's this. Wrapping the what you got in parentheses.
Why?
I don't know that we need that either, honestly. Like it's working.
Why is this though? On delete link is an object to connect user and system. It is a middleman.
Yeah.
Invoke async param and event param is the same thing. So if Victor says it, it has to be it has to be true. But it isn't. But Victor, it's not right. If I don't do this, then it don't work.
Right. We have a cluttered screen going on. There's so much happening. Okay, there.
See?
Mm-hmm.
It'll work. Maybe I need the syntax. Christopher still wants the button. Maybe I need the syntax. No. I'm waiting on Victor, also known as the co-pilot of chat.
Yeah.
I can always try this. It did exactly what I did.
Mm-hmm. I think it works.
It does work. It's just
Victor said he's thinking of other callbacks. Yeah, I think this
okay. And what's wrong with this? Missing a close tag for span or not? You know what?
Close.
There we go.
Yeah. Do you want to push your changes?
Check it all in.
So this, I think we got a. I don't know how we're doing things lately. Create a pull request. You're on a branch. Could merge the pull request, or at least create a.
We're not finishing up the edit page though. Like we can keep going, John. I don't know what your schedule looks like. We only need to do one more thing here.
Okay, I can go another say 10 minutes. I have Day of Insanity as soon as this ends, so I'm not in a rush, but I do.
If we click delete this list, it should just delete the whole everything in the list.
Mm-hmm. Does it need to? So that's a frustration for me, by the way. That the new teams, I don't know if you're on the new teams, but it doesn't respect the thing when you put it on the do not disturb mode.
It's not even running. Oh, it is running. Okay, so we could do this, which should just reset the list, right? In its most naive form. Mm-hmm. And we want to call up to do that. So basically we're resetting the link bundle at that time.
Yeah, you just Yep. Set it to a new link bundle or whatever.
We don't even need to do that. We can pass a void.
Yeah.
And then here on the delete button. Oh. It's so much easier than this. What am I doing? Here.
There's a question on upgrading to the new teams. So it got pushed to me. I honestly, it was fine.
You can opt in and out.
So the new teams doesn't work with my Stream Deck, so that's annoying. And then it also doesn't respect the do not disturb. So it shows it doesn't work with the native notifications on Windows. This is annoying. I think it does add some features, but I don't know.
I bundled today. So this should actually work now. Boom. Also, though, we don't need this button to show if there's nothing in the link bundle. So just hold on, just bear with me. I know you're.
No, I'm excited.
Tons to do. Okay.
Great.
So we just need an if statement. If the condition for the if is yes.
Not equal to 0.
That's right, not equal to 0. Go. Woo! Dude, we got so much done today. Look at us, y'all. Look at us, y'all.
Whoa, okay.
Oh, I got to do one more test case.
Okay, what's your thought now? Are we happy about the 2 different components? I think it's going to simplify stuff, but
I think so. I mean, I'm fine with it, and I think you're right. It does simplify things. We don't need this.
One question, just to push my luck here. When we delete all the things, why does it still show the heading of links if there's no list there?
Well, because that's where they're going to go. We could hide that too.
Well, it seems weird to me when you delete them. Yeah, why does it show all that stuff if there's no links?
Yeah. No. This is, we can change this. We could say, actually, we don't need anything from here down.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. It's looking good to me.
Like that better?
Yeah. It's very clear. Otherwise, it's like, what's this stuff doing here? Okay. I like it.
Oh, we're so good at the game. Here we go.
Okay. Christopher's still pushing for making it a button. I think someday. I'm putting this on my someday list.
Put it on the backlog. Yeah. To be semantically correct.
We should review our Kanban board or whatever we're calling it.
Should we do that now or?
I don't know. Well, I do need to wrap soonish.
Yeah, you got things to do. Why don't you play us out and I'll create this pull request because nobody wants to watch me do that anyway.
Okay. Hey, so but overview, I think we have that going. Next time, I don't know. We need the open graph stuff at some point. That's gonna be pretty amazing. We need the auth. I think auth. We need to bite the bullet and get the auth going soon.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe auth next time.
Maybe auth next time.
Auth will be interesting because there'll be front end, back end, Azure, a bunch of stuff. So, okay.
Merge this, right? This is merged before I delete the branch. Merged, yes. Okay. See ya. All right, that's it.
Merging. Okay, cool. Wonderful. Thanks, everybody. Playing us out. And here we go.